Hello, dear children. Today in science we will do lesson number 12, reproduction in plants, part 1. Good morning to all my dear students. Today in science in standard 7th we are going to start a new lesson, and that is lesson number 12. So all of you will open your textbooks on page number 133, and first of all you all will write today's dated classwork, that is 10/2/2021 and classwork. The name of the lesson is reproduction in plants. So we'll start our lesson. To produce its kind is a characteristic of all living organisms. The production of new individual from their parents is known as reproduction. But how the plants reproduce, there are different modes of reproduction in plants which we shall learn in this chapter. So in this lesson we are going to study about how the plants reproduce, because different plants have the different methods of reproducing their own new plants. Some by seeds, some by leaves, some by roots, some by stems. So there are many different ways of reproduction in plants. We are going to study one by one how different categories of plants reproduce in different ways. So what is the meaning of reproduction? First, it is the production of a new individual from their parents is called as that means you produce your own type, that is called as reproduction. अपने तरीके का ही आगे का एक प्रोड्यूस करना, उसको हम रिप्रोडक्शन कहते हैं. Now, modes of reproduction in plants. We have learned about different parts of flowering plants. Try to list the various parts of a plant and then write the functions of each. Most plants have roots, stems, and leaves. They are called as the vegetative parts of the plants. Now we all know that a plant has a different parts like roots, stems, leaves, branches, roots, flowers, etc. So they are called as the vegetative parts of a plant. So all the plants have root, stem, leaves, and these parts are the vegetative parts of a plant. After a certain period of growth, most plants bear flowers. So when the plants grows after 1 year, 2 years, all the plants have different age when the flowers start blooming in them. You may have seen the mango tree flowering in spring. It is these flowers that give rise to juicy mango fruit we enjoy in summer. So, everybody has seen the flowers from which the fruits come out. So, the example of the mango tree is given here, that the mango tree flowers in the spring season. That means now it is the time when after the few days you will start see the flowers coming in the mango tree, and from those flowers only those mangoes come out. We eat the fruit and usually discard the seeds. Seeds germinate and form new plants. So what is the function of the flowers in the plants? Flowers perform the function of reproduction in plants. Flowers are reproductive parts of a plant. So after normally eating the fruit or in which the vegetables, the seeds are there, we discard or we throw away the seeds, and from those seeds the new plants germinate and a new plant develop of that type. So this is how the reproduction starts. Now from where did we get the fruit? From the flowers we got the fruits. So there are two types of parts of a plant. One is the vegetative part, in which comes the stems, leaves, then roots and trunk, etc. The second is the flowers, which are considered as the reproductive parts of the plant, because from flowers only the fruits come out, and from those fruits are the seeds from which the new plants come out. There are several ways by which plants produce their offsprings. These are categorized into two types. Now, all the plants have different ways of reproducing their offsprings or of their own types. They are divided into two parts. There are two types of category. The plants are categorized, or the method of reproduction is categorized into two types: asexual and sexual reproduction. In asexual reproductions, plants can give rise to its new plants without seeds. Now, where The two types of reproductions are asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, a plant gives rise to the without seeds only the plant can give rise, whereas in sexual reproduction, if the plants are obtained from the seed. So that is the difference. The one by which the new plant is obtained from seed, and the other without seeds only. Now, vegetative propagation, it is a type of asexual reproduction in which new plants are produced from the roots, stems, leaves, and buds. Since reproduction is through the vegetative part, it is known as the vegetative propagation. Now, there are certain type of plants only from in which the new plants develop either from roots, either from stems, leaves, or buds. Any of these parts give rise to the new plant. So, these parts are the vegetative parts of a plant. So that is why the reproduction done by these parts of a plant is called as the vegetative propagation. What do we call it is vegetative propagation. The parts like roots, stems, leaves, and buds, which constitute the vegetative part of the plant. So the production or the reproduction done by any of these parts is called as the vegetative propagation. Now there's one activity which is activity 12.1. Cut a branch of rose or champa with a nod. This piece of branch is termed as cutting. Bury this cutting in the soil. A node is a part of the stem or a branch at which a leaf arises. Now you have to take a branch of a rose or a champa. कोई भी ऐसे पेड़ का एक ब्रांच लेना है जिसकी कि हम टहनी काट के हम लगा सकते हैं और एक नोड के साथ हो जाए. नोड इज अ पॉइंट और एक छोटा सा ऐसा फूटा हुआ होता है जिसमें से कि पत्ते निकलते हैं. न्यू प्लांट लीव्स जो है इसमें से निकलती है. वैसा एक स्टेम लेना है और उसको कट करना है. दैट स्टेम इज कॉल्ड एज द कटिंग of that tree. That cutting has to be put in the soil in such a way that a node is there. Water the cutting every day and observe its growth. Observe and record the number of days taken for the roots to come out. And now you have to daily water this cutting and you have to see that how many days it takes for the roots to come out. New leaves to arise. Try the same activity by growing a money plant in a jar or water and record what jar of water and record your observations. Now the same you can do with the money plant also. The same way money plant also can be used to reproduce a new money plant. Before we move on to the next topic, there's a small information that is given here. Paheli thought that the new plants always grow from seeds. It's a normal notion that the plants always grow from seeds, but she has never seen the seeds of sugarcane, potato, and rose. She wants to know that how these plants reproduce. Normally, we think that the plants grow from seeds, but there are certain plants which don't grow from seeds. They grow from stems, either from leaves or from roots. The cutting of a rose. The activity 12.1 is continued. This is the stem of a rose plant. Now you can see this is the part. This part is called as the node of the plant. You can see from here the leaves will start arising. और यहाँ से ये आप देख सकते हैं पूरा जो है ये this part is shown like this. ये पूरा बड़ा करके इतना सा part जो है उसको enlarge करके आपको यहाँ पे दिखाया गया bud in the axil. मतलब कि कैसे ये जो पत्तियाँ होती हैं यहाँ से जो निकलती हैं. तो इसको ये जो है कटिंग है इसको आप यहाँ से थोड़ा सा मिट्टी के अंदर डालिए. कुछ दिनों तक पानी दीजिए और फिर कितने दिनों में इसके अंदर से नया लीफ निकलता है और ये कितने दिनों में इसके अंदर रूट्स स्टार्ट ग्रोइंग, दैट यू ऑब्जर्व एंड राइट. You must have seen flower buds developing into flowers. Apart from flower buds, there are buds in the axil, point of attachment of the leaf, and at the node of leaves which develop into shoots. Now you must have all seen that the flowers, buds मतलब कलियों में से फूल खिलता है. लेकिन जो नॉर्मल फ्लावरिंग बर्ड्स होते हैं उसके अलावा भी एक अलग बर्ड होते हैं जो कि एक्सल और द पॉइंट ऑफ अटैचमेंट ऑफ द लीफ एट द नोड जो होता है, एक यहाँ पर जो होता है एक एक्सल होता है. मीन्स इसको भी हम बट इन द एक्सेल यहाँ पर भी एक ऐसा बड होता है जो कि एक पॉइंट ऑफ अटैचमेंट होता है लीफ और नोड के साथ। एक छोटा सा ऐसा बड जैसे आकार का, कली के जैसे आकार का होता है, जहाँ से जो है शूट्स स्टार्ट कमिंग आउट, शूट स्टार्ट्स emerging out of the plant, that stem. A bud consists of short stem around which immature overlapping leaves are present. Vegetative buds can also give rise to new plants. अब यहाँ पे जो बड है, जैसे एक्सिलरी बड या एक्सल पॉइंट जो है, वहाँ पर जो बड है उसमें क्या होता है, इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ अ शॉर्ट स्टेम, एक छोटी सी स्टेम होती है और उसके चारों तरफ छोटे छोटे ओवरलैपिंग, मतलब एक के ऊपर एक चढ़े हुए जो होते हैं छोटे छोटे लीव्स होते हैं। और जो वेजिटेटिव बर्ड्स होते हैं वो भी एक नए प्लांट को राइस मीन्स इट कैन गिव बर्थ टू द न्यू प्लांट्स ऑल्सो। दीज वेजिटेटिव बर्ड्स कौन से हुए, जिसमें से लीव्स निकल के आती हैं, दे कैन ऑल्सो गिव राइस टू न्यू प्लांट्स। नाउ नेक्स्ट इज योर एक्टिविटी 12.2. Take a fresh potato, observe the scars on it with the help of a magnifying glass. You will find the buds in them. These scars are called as the eyes. Or cut the potato into small portions, each with an eye, and bury them in the soil. Water the pieces regularly for few days and observe their progress. What do you find? Now here you can see this is a picture of a potato. आपने पोटैटो में देखा होगा ऐसे छोटे छोटे से जो होते हैं गड्ढे जैसे होते हैं, these are called ऐसे जैसे ये है, these are called as the eyes of the potato. Now these are the eyes from which the sprouts of the plant come out. मतलब ये you can see these sprouts, ऐसे जो होते हैं छोटे छोटे से जो है इसके अंदर से पत्ते जो निकलना शुरू, छोटे स्टेम्स निकलना शुरू हो जाते हैं आइज में से. सो दिस इज द वेजिटेटिव रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट ऑफ द पोटैटो. ये जैसे जैसे ये पार्ट्स होते हैं जहाँ जहाँ पर होते हैं उन पार्ट्स को आप कट करके मिट्टी के अंदर लगाइए और एंड वाटर द सॉइल. आफ्टर सम टाइम्स यू कैन सी दिस टाइप ऑफ स्मॉल शूट्स विल कम आउट ऑफ द potato. I'll just show you that. Dear children, I'll show you the potatoes. I have brought which part is called as the eye of the potato. You can see from here. This is the eye of the potato from where you can see the small shoots coming out. So from this way, if you'll cut this much portion and put it under the soil, after some time, you can see that a small shoot emerging out of the ground. So these parts, these things, this is the eye of a potato. You will cut this much portion and put it under the soil. तो जितने भी ऐसे खड्डे होते हैं, those are the eyes of the potatoes. Same way in this also you can see here the shoot is coming out, and this type of this you can see this is the eye of the potato. So you have to cut these eyes and put it under the soil to get the new plant. Likewise you can also grow the ginger or turmeric. ऐसे हल्दी और जिंजर को भी, अदरक को भी ऐसे ही हम ग्रो कर सकते हैं. यू कैन सी दीज शूट्स रूट्स कमिंग आउट ऑफ द जिंजर. ऐसे भी जिंजर में भी ऐसे ही आइज होती हैं जिनको अगर हम मिट्टी के अंदर रखते हैं तो आफ्टर सम टाइम्स एक यहाँ से ऊपर से एक शूट निकलेगी और मिट्टी के अंदर जो है दीज रूट्स विल emerge out. Now Bryophyllum sprout leaf plant has buds in the margins of the leaves. If a leaf of this plant falls on the moist soil, each bud can give rise to a new plant. Next is your bryophyllum leaf. Bryophyllum is a type of hard leaf in which the edges of the leaves, from where you can see this is the bryophyllum leaf, and the edges of the leaf you can see out the small leaves coming out of that. So this part from where the leaves come out, so leaf here is the reproductive part of a plant. In the bryophyllum, the new plant or the new plant emerges out from the leaf. तो ये जितने भी लीव्स के एजेस होते हैं इसके अंदर से नए नए लीव्स इमर्ज होते हैं और दैट इज़ द फ्रॉम वेयर द न्यू प्लांट कम्स आउट. और इसी अगर ये लीफ है मिट्टी में गिर गया तो जितने भी इसके एजेस है वहाँ से नए नए और नए प्लांट्स विल शूट आउट. Roots of some plants can also give rise to new plants. Sweet potato and dahlia are the examples. Sweet potato मतलब शक्करकंदी होती है तो वो जो है अगर आप उसको पूरा मिट्टी के अंदर डालेंगे तो दैट इज़ अ रूट ऑफ अ प्लांट. पर वो जो रूट होता है कैसा बल्ब के फॉर्म में होता है. ऐसे डेलिया एक फ्लावर होता है, उसमें भी नीचे जो होती है नॉर्मल ऐसे रूट्स नहीं होते हैं, उसके अंदर जो रूट्स होते हैं दे आर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अ बल्ब, एंड दोज बल्ब्स यू हैव टू पुट इट इन द सॉइल टू गेट द न्यू प्लांट. जब भी डेलिया का सीजन, जैसे विंटर इज द सीजन व्हेन द डेलिया फ्लावर ब्लूम्स एट इट्स बेस्ट, ब्यूटीफुल डेलिया फ्लावर्स ब्लूम। उसके बाद जब सीजन खत्म हो जाता है तो वो जो नीचे जो बल्ब होते हैं मिट्टी के अंदर उसको हम निकाल के रख लेते हैं, एंड नेक्स्ट ईयर वी यूज दोज बल्ब्स टू प्लांट द गेट द न्यू ट्रीज प्लांट्स ऑफ डेलिया। वैसे ही स्वीट पोटैटो also you have to put that sweet potato that root itself to get the new plant. Plants such as cacti produces new plants from when their parts get detached from the main plant body. Each detached plant can give rise to a new plant. जैसे कैक्टाई मतलब कैक्टसेस होते हैं, वो कैसे ग्रो करते हैं, how they reproduce, they reproduce each part of the plant when it is detached, means when that means that cactus plant is cut. तो जितना भी पार्ट्स हमने कैक्टस का कट किया है, each stem of the cactus gives rise to a new plant. The number of parts that are detached, the number of parts of the plant that are detached from the main plant, that many new plants will come out in, if it is grown in the soil. Bujo wants to know if there is any advantage of vegetative propagation. Now let us see. Plants produced by vegetative propagation takes less time to grow and bear flowers and fruits earlier than those produced from seeds. जो वेजिटेटिव प्रोपोगेशन के द्वारा, जैसे वेजिटेटिव पार्ट जैसे कि स्टेम्स है, लीव्स है, रूट्स है, तो उनमें से जो प्लांट्स डेवलप होते हैं, उनमें से जो नए प्लांट्स डेवलप होते हैं, दे टेक लेस टाइम टू ग्रो एंड दे बेयर द फ्रूट्स एंड फ्लावर्स एंड द फ्रूट्स मच अर्लियर कंपेयर्ड टू द प्लांट्स दैट ग्रो फ्रॉम द सीड्स. सो दैट इज द मेन एडवांटेज ऑफ द वेजिटेटिव प्रोपोगेशन. लीव्स में से, स्टेम में से, रूट्स में से, इन सब में से जो नए प्लांट्स एमर्ज आउट होते हैं, दे टेक लेस टाइम टू grow and bear flowers and fruits more earlier than compared to the plants which grow from a seed, because it takes time from the seed to come out and then it growing into a plant. The new plants are exact copies of the parent plant as they are produced from the single parent. जो भी नए the new plants that are produced, मतलब whatever the new plant emerges out or the new plant is reproduced, it is same, exactly the same as the parent plant. Plants produce seeds as a result of. Now later in this chapter you will learn about the plants produced by sexual reproduction have the characteristics of both parents. Plants produce seeds as a result of the sexual reproduction. Now next is your budding. Have you ever already learned that the tiny organisms like yeast can also be seen under a microscope? These grow and multiply every few hours if sufficient nutrients are made available to them. Remember, yeast is a single-celled organism. Now there are certain microorganisms which are single-celled organisms. So how do they reproduce? And as it is said that yeast can, because it is a very small microorganism, we can see it under a microscope only, but they multiply very fast. That means their reproduction is much faster. Every few hours they multiply, that means they grow. But the condition is that they should get sufficient nutrients to grow. So how do these single-celled organisms reproduce? Now here's an activity 12.3 to demonstrate that. Now activity 12.3. Take a piece of yeast cake or yeast powder from a bakery or a chemist shop. Now yeast, dear children, is generally used in the bakery product so that the product that we get is soft and spongy, and the flour that is used to make the product needs to be fermented, and that fermentation takes place with the help of the yeast. As you know that yeast multiply very fast, so the fermentation, if they get the proper environment. So if you keep that flour in a little bit of hot place, then after 1 or 2 hours you can see that it has fermented and the size of that flour gets doubled. So that is just because of the yeast. And then you can see the small pores also in that flour also. When you eat the bread or the pav, you can see the small holes inside it. Those holes are just because of the presence of yeast that makes it softer, that airy it becomes. So yeast, we can either get it from a chemist shop or we can get it from a bakery. Now we need to activate the yeast before it starts working. So how to activate the yeast? Take a pinch of yeast and place it in a कंटेनर विथ सम वाटर। अब हमको ईस्ट को क्या करना है, ईस्ट को लेना है और एक कंटेनर के अंदर, पानी के अंदर ईस्ट को रखना है। एड अ स्पून फुल ऑफ शुगर एंड शेक टू डिसॉल्व इट। Keep it in warm part of a room. After an hour, put a drop of this liquid on a glass slide and observe under microscope. Then you keep this dissolved solution of yeast, water and sugar in some warm place, and after 1 hour you see what happens. Take one drop of this liquid and make a glass slide, मतलब एक कांच की पतली स्लाइड लीजिए और उसके ऊपर 1 घंटे बाद ईस्ट, शुगर और पानी का सॉल्यूशन देखिए, उसको स्लाइड को ऑब्जर्व करिए इन द अंडर अ microscope. As such, you cannot observe, see that, so you have to observe it under microscope. Then what do you observe? You may see the formation of new yeast cells. That means एक yeast cell से बहुत सारे yeast cells का formation शुरू हो गया है. Now that means the environment that yeast got was quite good for it to reproduce. Now this is the single cell you can see, and this is the developing bud, this is the new bud, and this is the chain of buds that is developing. That means it multiplies very fast. That is what it is written, that after within 4 to 5 years it starts hours, it starts multiplying very fast. So the from single yeast you can see those many yeasts have developed. So this is how the fermentation takes place. The small bulb like projections coming out of the yeast cell is called as the bud. Now this is the bud, this is the small प्रोजेक्शन दैट इज कम आउट, दिस प्रोजेक्शन इज कॉल्ड एज द बड. इसमें से एक न्यू, फिर ये पूरा डेवलप हो गया, इसमें से एक नया बड निकला, फिर इस बड में से और बर्ड्स निकलने लगे. द बड्स ग्रेजुअली ग्रोस एंड गेट्स डिटैच्ड फ्रॉम द पेरेंट सेल एंड फॉर्म्स अ न्यू ईस्ट सेल. अब जो ये बड है उसमें से क्या होता है, ये बड डिटैच हो जाता है और पेरेंट, ये जो है पेरेंट सेल हो गया. This was the parent cell, from this it has developed. Now this bud will get detached and this becomes the parent cell for this bud. Now this bud grows like this and the new bud is formed. This gets detached, so this becomes the parent cell. So same way new buds arise from those cells. The new yeast cells grows, matures and produces more yeast cells. Sometimes another bud arises from the bud forming a chain of buds. So sometimes this type of chain is also formed. If this process continues, a large number of yeast cells are produced in a short time. And if this process continues, we keep that solution for a longer period of time, then a large number of yeast cells can be produced in a very less time. So this is one of the method which is called as the budding, in which by which the yeasts multiply or yeasts reproduce themselves. This process is called as budding. Why? Because a bud-like projection is produced from the parent cell when it starts growing, it starts multiplying. So that bud only gets detached and forms into another cell of yeast. So this process continues. The first method of reproduction is budding in unicellular organisms or single-celled organisms. Next is your fragmentation. You might have seen slimy green patches in the ponds or in any other stagnant water bodies. These are algae. Now कहीं भी ऐसा होता है जब water accumulation होता है, वहाँ पर जो है green color का ऊपर for continuous for a longer period of time, if the water stays like that, stagnant water is there is no movement in the water, then or the water is not in the flowing condition, then you can see after some time a green layer is covers the water. That green layer is nothing but algae, जिसको कि हम हिंदी गुजराती में आई डोंट रिमेंबर व्हाट वी कॉल इन गुजराती, बट इट इज़ कॉल्ड एज द एल्गी. वो ग्रीन पूरा होता है, दैट इज ऑल्सो यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म. इट इज ऑलवेज फाउंड इन द वाटर बॉडीज. When water and nutrients are available, algae grow and multiply rapidly by fragmentation. An algae breaks up into 2 or more fragments. These fragments or pieces grow into new individuals. This process continues and they cover a large area in a short period of time. So why the process is called as fragmentation? The reason because is that algae breaks into 2 or more than 2, because it multiplies very fast. So it gets it breaks down. Fragments means 2 या 2 से ज़्यादा उसके हिस्से हो जाते हैं. फ्रैगमेंट्स मीन्स हिस्से हो जाना उसके, और फिर ये जो है वापस डेवलप होते हैं इंडिविजुअल. इट ग्रोस एंड अगेन इट गेट्स फ्रैगमेंटेड. सो दिस प्रोसेस कंटिन्यूस एंड विद इन वेरी लेस टाइम दे कवर द होल एरिया. मतलब कि जैसे ये एल्गी है अभी, तो ये एल्गी के दो, it has been divided into two parts. Now this again, these two parts will grow and they again will divide into again two or more than two parts, and then they will grow in individually, they will grow and then again they will divide. So that process keeps on growing and then the whole area is covered within a very short time. So the first process was budding. The second process is fragmentation, because it gets broken into fragments. That is why this process is called as fragmentation. Now next is the spore formation. You have learned that fungi on a bread piece grows from the spores which are present in the air. Repeat activity. Observe the spores in the cotton like mash on the bread. When the spores are released, they keep on floating in the air. As they are very light, they can cover long distances. Now third is the spore formation. How are the spores formed? ये जो spore formation कैसे होता है ये आपको दिखाएंगे. जैसे कि हमने देखा फंगस होती है, जो फंगाई होती है वो जो जैसे कि ब्रेड के अंदर जो फंगस हमने देखी है, इट ग्रोज फ्रॉम द स्पोर्स. मतलब जो फफूंदी होती है, फंगस मीन्स फफूंदी होती है जो ब्रेड के ऊपर, बहुत बार का ब्रेड is not used for a longer period of time, it remains as it is. So after sometimes it gets decay, and on that you can see black patches coming out, and those black patches is nothing but the fungus or the जिसको हम फफूंदी या फूग बोलते हैं वो लग जाती है. और वो कैसे स्प्रेड होती है, कैसे ग्रो करती है? बाय द फ्रॉम द स्पोर्स विच आर प्रेजेंट इन द एयर. जो स्पोर्स उसके जो एयर में प्रेजेंट होते हैं उससे वो हो जाती है. ये एक्टिविटी करने के लिए आपको कुछ नहीं है. ऑब्जर्व द स्पोर्स इन द कॉटन लाइक मैश ऑफ द ब्रेड. जो ब्रेड का जो मैश होता है उसके अंदर आप देख सकते हैं, उसके अंदर छोटे छोटे स्पोर्स रिलीज होते हैं विच स्प्रेड्स इन द एयर. यू कैन सी दीज स्पोर्स विच आर रिलीज्ड आउट. सो दीज स्पोर्स आर स्प्रेड इन द एयर एंड एज दे आर वेरी लाइट सो दे कैन ट्रैवल लॉन्ग डिस्टेंसेस. ये बहुत ही हल्के जो स्पोर्स डेवलप होते हैं, दे आर वेरी लाइट सो के दे कैन ट्रैवल एट अ वेरी लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस. स्पोर्स आर अ सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन bodies. Each spore is covered by hard protective coat to withstand unfavorable conditions such as high temperature and low humidity. Now the spores, they can reproduce themselves alone, so each spore is protected by a cover. There's a cover on each spore so that they get protected by the unfavorable conditions such as high temperature or low humidity. Means moisture in the atmosphere is less. If the moisture in the atmosphere is less, then also they cannot survive. To protect themselves from that, there's a coating on the top of each spore, and high temperature and low humidity. बहुत ज़्यादा high temperature में वो नहीं रहते हैं और बहुत ज़्यादा कम मॉइस्चर वाले टेम्परेचर में भी वो लो ह्यूमिडिटी में भी नहीं रह सकते हैं. दे कैन सर्वाइव फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम अंडर फेवरेबल कंडीशन. अ स्पोर जर्मिनेट्स एंड डेवलप्स इनटू न्यू इंडिविजुअल. अगर फेवरेबल कंडीशंस मिलते हैं, जैसे कि टेम्परेचर इज़ नॉट टू हाई एंड द ह्यूमिडिटी इज़ ऑल्सो गुड एज पर देयर रिक्वायरमेंट, देन दे डेवलप एंड जर्मिनेट इनटू एन इंडिविजुअल. दैट मीन्स दे ईच स्पोर डेवलप्स इनटू अ वन प्लांट. Plants such as moss and ferns are also reproduced by the means of spores. There are certain plants such as moss and the ferns which their reproductive system is of the spores only. Now today we'll complete our lesson up to here only. On next turn we will start with a new topic. So dear children, after this part of explanation, I'll be giving you some blanks and true and false and MCQs to write in your notebook one time. So till we meet on the next turn, bye bye and have a nice day.